I'm not a rodeo clown. This is how I get on a trike, just like a horse from the left side. Power is off. I hold both brakes and then I just step on and then onto the seat. This is my pedal stroke. PAS level 1, it's a torque sensor. The harder you pedal, the faster you will go. And 3 hydraulic disc brakes, 16 miles an hour, top speed. Boom. Woof, woof, puppy doggy, pretty pup. I think that these grips are designed this way so that obviously you can change your position, which is why they have cushiony and the rubber. But what do old people like me have? Arthritis. The ability to move your hands to other parts of the steering wheel, so to speak, when arthritis starts bothering them. Let's put it in reverse, go back down a little bit. I should have done this. Ugh. Side hill riding. See? Not gonna tip over. 21, 22, 23. Woo, 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 woo. Hello, my friends. I hope you're having an outstanding, fabulous day. Woo, woo. I am, because I woke up and I have a new puppy. Puckipuppy has sent me their brand new trike. New design, innovative features, the Rottweiler. Woo, 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 woo. Puckipuppy, this is the 4th bike trike they have sent me. The other 3, impeccable quality, impeccable finish, and I had nothing bad to say about any of them. The battery life was great, the quality was great, and I expect no less than that from this trike. 2-year warranty, free shipping, no tax, innovative design. I'm going to tell you about it, but just like a Rottweiler, big, strong, can hold 500 pounds. It's a protector of your safety. Easy to handle, easy to control, and will not let you down. Protect you from big and small. After this video is over, if you are interested, click on the link and the code in the description and save some money. And thank you all for being my friends. And if you're not, boom, smash that subscribe, boom, smash that like, share my video, and tell your friends. And Puckipuppy, thank you. 4th puppy. Love it. Beautiful color. I'm going to tell you all about it. The box came beat the poop. The packaging inside was outstanding. The foam packaging was broken in half. That's how rough FedEx treated this poor little puppy. But the Roddy came out unscathed due to the packing from Puckipuppy. Thank you. They send you this liner for the basket. It's got a hard bottom. You get a battery charger with a fan in it, which I like, a strap for the cargo. You get a pump. You get a lot of tools. They give you a little multi-tool. They give you multiple screwdrivers and wrenches. They give you a hex tool. They give you 2 keys for the battery. They give you reflectors to put on, which I didn't. Spare brake pads, spare parts, wiring stuff. Nice. And a manual, which I'm going to talk about here really quick. This is their first run of the Rottweiler. The manual is okay, but it's lacking some stuff. I'm going to put some pictures in the video on how I installed the fenders and where I placed the screws, because the manual is lacking in that. And the manual gives you how to get into the P settings and change things in the display, but it talks about how to clear out the trip meter and all that. I couldn't get it to work. So the manual is going to need some tweaking and updating, but for the most part, it's good. It took me about 3 hours to put this together, but I was multitasking, taking photos. Somebody who has done this before, maybe an hour and a half or thereabouts. Puckipuppy, Rottweiler. And what is so special about this Roddy? Okay, here's the innovative features that you're getting on this 20x4 fat tire. You now have a reverse button. You have butterfly handlebars, an extra big display. You can see it clearly as day in the daylight and at night. I'm going to show you that. And you have rear shocks that are adjustable. It has instructions on how to adjust. You just grip and turn counterclockwise, clockwise for whatever tension you need. It also has dual headlights on the front, and I'm going to show you the lights and tell you why I think there's dual headlights. I'm also going to tell you why I think they designed this new handlebars. And adjustable seat. You see how this is different here? I slid this out because I'm a big man. I'm a wide body. I needed more space here. There's still another couple inches that this could go back. So if you're a big person, you can move this back so that this does not feel like it's pushing you off the seat. 20 by 4. I didn't see a brand name on the tires, but a nice aggressive knobby tread. They're actually kind of quiet. Plastic fenders. Very big cargo basket. The basket is 18 by 16 by 10 inches deep. Very big. 500-pound capacity for the Trike. I use 3M double-sided tape underneath the rack so there would be no rattles. Rear differential, it's labeled bicycle differential. This allows the wheels to spin at different speeds when you make turns, which creates safety and stability. Double lights, double brake lights, double turn signals, very bright. 160 millimeter hydraulic disc brakes. I didn't see a brand name on them. I'm assuming it's Puckipuppy on each wheel. So 3 brake rotors for outstanding stopping power. I'm going to show you an emergency brake test. Let's do 15-mile-an-hour emergency brake test. 3 hydraulic disc brakes, 116 miles an hour, top speed. The motor cuts off. The motor has more power to give you. Cruise control. Boom. That's it. 19 feet cone to cone. We're about 2/3 of the way through. And I could have stopped a little bit sooner, but I hate locking up the brakes. So that's max speed, 16 miles an hour, squeezing both brakes equally, little lock up at the 750 watt motor, peaking at 960 per the company. I've already ridden this Trike. It does have some torque. Torque sensor. The harder you pedal, the harder the bike will work. You can pedal easy, medium, hard. Single chain guard, plastic pedals, dual shocks. They work adjustable. You have some movement in the shock, but you have a lot of movement in the rear. So it's going to be good for curb jumping. Adjustable seat stem, adjustable seat. Very comfortable so far. This old man's temperamental butt's going to test it out, but I've done a little bit of riding and I like folding mechanism. 15-inch step over height. You're not going to see me fold this Trike. You'd push this lever up, you'd pull this out, and you would fold the Trike. This Trike is big and heavy. I am a bigger than average human being. I'm stronger than the average human being. I will never fold this Trike and try to carry it because it is just too big and awkward. And even though I could lift this weight over my head with one hand, I can't lift this Trike very easily when it's folded up because it's big and awkward. So you would need a big minivan with seats down, or a big SUV with the seats down, or the back of a pickup truck, even if this was folded up to put it in. And you would either have to be super strong or you would need 2 people. So if you think you're going to fold this Trike up and put it in the back of your Corolla, you are not going to do that. 48 volt, 15 amp battery, lock, 2 keys. Battery, Stealth e-Trike. Charging port at the bottom. You can charge the battery on the bike or off. Puckipuppy gives you 2 keys and a key code. Save the key code, guard it, because if you lose the keys, give Puckipuppy the key code, they can make new key for you. Turn, pops right out. 48 volt, 15 amp hour. You don't need the key. Lock back in the front shock, 80 millimeters of travel, non-adjustable plastic fender, that big knobby tire, 20x4, that 160 millimeter hydraulic disc brake. Puckipuppy sent me the front back, so I put it on because where else is ET going to ride? ET needs a place to ride. Those dual headlights, I'm inserting my headlight video so you can see them work, and I'll tell you why in that part. Cable management was good. I added some extra wire ties, especially since I rerouted the light out to here. There was enough cable to reroute the light from here to here. You did not have to do any kind of extension. Extra battery, I'm sure. I didn't know that. I would have asked the company to send me an extra battery so we could do an extreme long range test, but it's set up for a second battery for long range riding. This battery is rated per the company 40 to 55 miles. Not for me. That's with a very light rider, probably half my weight. Flat terrain, PAS level 1, going very turtle-like, slow, slow, slow. I'm going to ride this Trike like I stole it. I'm going to kill the battery on this initial review. I'm expecting around 20 to 22 miles the way I'm going to ride this Trike. 295 pounds, PAS level 5, full speed most of the way, up and down hills. Folding mechanism. Press the button up. Silver button up, pull the lever down, one-handed, you can do it. That's how easy it is. To lock it, just simply pull up, boom, locked. To adjust the stem, lever, and the stem has a lot of adjustability. Cable length is still good even when you go up to the top. Cockpit. Butterfly grips. About 30% bigger display, 4.7 inches. It's got a plastic cover on it. I'm not sure if you're supposed to leave it, but I am. It's got smudges on white because I've been playing with it. This is a bar. I think they did it really for strength and stability, but you could put stuff up here. You could hang extra light, you could hang phone holder, you can hang whatever, your purse, a bag. Comfortable grips, rubber, cushion. Rubber, cushion, control pad, hydraulic brakes, parking brake, 7-speed Shimano shifter. Yes, 7 speeds on the rear. D for drive, R for reverse, and a horn. Hydraulic disc brake. To turn the bike on, center button. Circle with a line in it. Power button whirled around. And that display is gorgeous. That display is gorgeous. Comes set up in the brightest level, comes set up in miles per hour. There's nothing that you need to do if you don't want to. Bottom is your PAS level. It always comes on in PAS 0. You have no power, pedals, nor throttle when it's in 0. Your battery bars, temperature gauge, we're going to ride it today like we stole it. We'll see what happens with that. Miles per hour. And then when you give it power, bars will appear on this section. And then there's your odometer right there. Press the power button and it changes to your trip and your average speed. Press it again, your trip time, your max speed. Press it again and you're back to the odometer. And the manual says if you hold this power button for 2 seconds, it will reset everything. Well, it reset the max speed and the average speed because it turned the bike off. But the trip, I don't think reset. We're going to play with that again when we go on a longer trip because we did do a little bit of running on this bike and I'm not sure why. Nothing is showing up in the odometer. Press the plus button and your lights come on. Brake lights. Blinkers, double. Nice. Boom, baby. They are not self-canceling. To turn the lights on, press the plus button. Boom. Running lights. Brighter brake lights. Turn signals. 2 lights. Very bright. Adjustable. I'll tell you why. That's the lower light that comes. And then the upper light. We're going to go out for a night ride here. And I'm going to tell you why I think Puckipuppy did the lights this way. There's the lights in the street. You see that full beam? Basically from right in front of the Trike to all the way to the other side of the street. Let's try to do this one-handed because I don't have the camera in my hand. I think Puckipuppy did this because most trike riders are older riders. Most older people, they start to have night vision issues, like me. I'm 60 years old. I have night vision issues, and that second little light down closer helps me to see better. I think they did it for, I'm just going to say, for lack of better terminology, old people eyes. So now you can see how bright it is and how it lights the way. I'm going to show you the rear lights here in 1 second. This is what somebody behind you would see at night if you were turning left. So the lights are very, very bright. And then you can see the front light shining on the grass, and it's adjustable. You can adjust those lights up and down to project close or further out. But the dual light, I think, is for old people eyes. Press the minus button and you'll put it in walk mode, meaning you're off the bike, you need some help pushing it up out of the sand or up a hill or whatever. You press and hold the minus button and it'll go into walk mode, and the trike will start moving for you while you're with it. Hit a brake or that button again and you'll cancel that out. Press the plus button to turn the lights off. Press the right arrow and you will have blinkers. They're not self-canceling, but you can see them right there on the screen. Left button, left blinkers. The horn. Drive in reverse. I added a phone holder, a mirror, and ET was like, all right, Bruce, put me in that basket because I love puppy dogs and I want to ride with the Rottie. So we have ET in the front. This is reverse mode. You have to move your feet backwards. And I have a mirror so I can see exactly where I'm going. If you just keep moving your feet backwards, it's a good habit to get into, keeping your feet on the pedals. Just move your feet backwards like you're back pedaling. Easy to do. There's no resistance there. Doesn't hurt your knees. It's not a good idea. It's not a good habit to take your feet off the pedals. It's just a bad habit. It's a bad habit. It's a bad habit. If you have your feet down when the trike's moving forward and your feet in front of those pedals, the trike has enough torque to hurt you. I do not recommend you take your feet off the pedals. Don't take your feet off the pedals. Practice pushing the pedals backwards, and then you'll be able to be like me. Look, circles. Circles in reverse. And stable, 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 stable. Use the throttle. Don't pedal. Well, you can't pedal. That's just, forget I said that. That was stupid. Look, stable, circles. Circles in reverse. Just practice getting in the habit of turning pedals backwards. Here's another perfect reason for reverse. Oh no, it's this deep puddle. I don't want to go in that puddle. I don't want to go in the puddle. Oh no, I don't want to go in the puddle. Slowly back up. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I got a mirror so I can see where I'm going in the rear. To get into your settings, press and hold the plus and minus. That's a speed setting. Hit the power button again. That's your backlight setting. Hit the power button again. That's your miles per hour. Hit the power button again. That's your voltage. Hit the power button again and you're back to the beginning. And then to get out of that, just press and hold the power and then you're back to the start. The manual does a pretty good job with the display and the settings, other than I did not get it to reset the way the manual said. 6 foot 295 pounds, 32-inch inseam, and this is what my pedal stroke would look like. Bottom, top. There is approximately 3 more inches of lift available in the bars, and there's about 3 more inches of lift in the seat, 2 to 3 inches. So Puckipuppy says a Rottweiler will fit riders from 5 foot to 6'2". I think that's accurate. The seat will go up for somebody with longer inseam. The biggest issue with a 5-foot rider, the seat will go down to fit a 5-foot rider. The bars will only go down another 2 inches. And so the 5-foot rider arms will be reaching upwards. That's one consideration. I bet you that you can buy a replacement piece here so that the bars sit shorter. I also think that Puckipuppy, this is their first generation of the Rottweiler, will make changes based on feedback from riders. For me, it's perfect. It's perfect right here. The seat has adjustability, the backrest to go up and down, and the seat has adjustability to go forwards and backwards. So if you're big like me, you can move the seat away from the backrest and you have space here. So this fits me perfectly. 500-pound rating. So it can carry and pull a lot of weight. And the shock, the front shock, 80 millimeters, non-adjustable. It's got movement, but look at the rear shock. The rear shocks work, and they are adjustable. You can turn them to adjust. I turned them to make it a little bit stiffer because I'm a big rider. Brilliant. This is my pedal stroke. PAS level 1. It's a torque sensor. The harder you pedal, the faster you will go. And I've already pedaled it 11 miles an hour in PAS 1, 14 miles an hour in PAS 2, max speed 16 miles an hour in PAS level 3, gear number 7. PAS level 4 and 5 just makes it easier to do. So if you have strong quads, this is PAS 1, I'm doing 11 miles an hour. You can crank this torque sensor right up to speed like that. Look at me crank on the pedals. 16 miles an hour, the motor shuts off. So at this point, I'm just exercising my legs even more. But you see me cranking on the pedals, and the Trike's stable. Stable, stable, stable. Look at that beautiful display. Phone holder, mirror. I'm gonna show you the GPS. The GPS is actually about a half a mile an hour faster than the display. And the red temperature gauge up here, what happens is little yellow bars form. I've already been out, I already got 5 miles. I was riding it hard as poop, doing a bunch of 360 work that hopefully I can weave in and make it look like something. So as the motor gets hotter, you're gonna have yellow bars appear there. Not a number, yellow bars. All right, let me show you the pedal assist. I'm just gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you and just, it'll be quick. We're gonna look at look at the shock. Boom, baby. The GPS is about a half mile faster, mile an hour faster than the display. So that's good. It's underrated, like car manufacturers with hot rods in the 70s. Now, PAS level 1, gear 7. Watch this. Watch how fast I can get it to go. I'm gonna have to hold with one hand and hold the camera up. All right. PAS 1, quad power for Bruce. Gear 7. 13, 14, so PAS 1, 15, touch 15, right there. So Bruce in PAS 1 can go 15 miles an hour. In PAS 2, I can max it out. Why am I telling you that? The max speed on this trike is 16 miles an hour. Watch. All throttle. You get all power from the throttle, regardless of the PAS level. One-handed. 16 miles an hour. See it on the GPS? 15.5 on the bike, trike. The motor will not go any faster. Okay? 60 miles an hour, that's it. So why aren't I going to do all the PS levels like everybody else? Bruce has quad power. Depending on how hard you push the pedals, it's a torque sensor. In PAS 1, you can go just as fast as I did, 15 miles an hour or 7 miles an hour. It just all depends on how hard you push the pedals. So just remember this. PAS 1, least amount of power, motor help. 2 increases all the way up to 5. When you're in PAS level 5, press that plus button, 5. It'll be much easier for me to get to the max speed in gear 7 because I'm getting more motor help. That's why we're not doing anything else with the PAS levels. Bruce, gear 7, PAS 1, hit 50 miles an hour. Quad. I always start out with the throttle. It's easier than pedaling. I use the throttle to start even if I'm gonna pedal. Let me turn it down to PAS level 2. This is what my knees look like. I'm gonna show you 360 work, but just to give you an idea how much space and freedom I have, so to speak, from my knees to the front up here. For a big person like me, super comfortable trike, super comfortable. R for reverse. Look at my knees. Pedal backwards. Do not take your feet off the pedals. Bad habit, very bad habit. That's how you're gonna get hurt. Don't do it. All right, what else can I tell you? Shimano tourney, they shift like every other Shimano tourney. For trike, it's a little bit more acceptable. The horn works, the blinkers work. They're not self-canceling, remember that. The display is just freaking outstanding. That display is outstanding. Backlit LCD, you can see it in the bright sunlight. That is outstanding. I wish the keypad, the control pad was backlit, because at night you saw that when I made my night vision light video, you know, the keypad, the control pad is not lit up. It's stable. The front shock works good for just a non-adjustable 80 millimeter movement shock. The rear shocks, I like them. They're good for my big old fat butt. The seat and backrest, I said before, at 6 miles, everything is rocking out. The throttle response is instant. Throttle, boom. Throttle response is instant, and pedal response about a quarter turn, and the motor's right there. So it gets an A for the throttle response, and it gets an A for the torque sensor pedal. What's good about the cruise control is the handlebars. See the different positions? This is cushiony up here. This is rubbery. This rubber, super comfortable. This is the same kind of rubber grips that I bought for my custom e-bike, my $9,000 custom e-bike. So I like these grips. And why are there different positions? And what's good about cruise control? Cruise control is good because if you have it in cruise control, you can move your hands away from the quarter throttle here and just hold it up here. And it's easy. It's still easy to steer. In fact, for some people, it might be even more easier because you can actually push. You can use leverage to turn the trike. Now, why do I think they did this? Why do I think that they did what they did with creating this position? Arthritis. Most trike riders are older people. Most older people have arthritis. In fact, we all have arthritis. It just bothers some more than others. I think they did. I have arthritis. I have arthritic hands. There's my notes. I think somebody at Puckipuppy had a brilliant idea and said, let's create a handlebar system where people who want to ride, who have arthritic fingers and hands, can switch position up, because that's what you do when your hands start hurting from arthritis. You move from this position to maybe this position, then lean forward a little bit, all to break up the monotony, so to speak, of your hands. And I think that's why they created this system and why they have the pads up here, which I think is freaking brilliant. I'm going the wrong way. Let me put it in reverse. And now? Oh, now I can go the way I'm supposed to go. That's a good thing about the ability to go from drive to reverse. Just like that. All right, we are going on trail number 2. We're actually going to drop right off the steep drop off. It's dropped off because it's washed out. We're gonna just drop off here and see how it feels. Boom. My phone kept beeping. Couldn't take it anymore. Somebody's just messaging me, which is a friend, but when I edit my videos and I hear that beep, it's really freaking annoying to me. All right, so now we are on uneven gravel trail, which, I gotta fix I got junk in the back basket that's rattling. So now you can see uneven gravel riding, and we're gonna turn around. This is where reverse is kind of good. Oh no, we're at the end of the road here. Put it in reverse. Very gently. Remember to keep turning your pedals. And look at the tight turning radius. Boom. I gotta adjust my gears a little bit more. After we get off this trail, I'm gonna fix my my junk that I got in the back basket. That's the one bad thing about baskets. If you don't strap everything down and freaking noisy. Deep stone dust. Not a problem. Not a problem. And off balance. And up steep hill. Pedal, boy, pedal, 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 pedal. I think this, I've already done that steep hill. Puckipuppy, I think, is telling the truth with regards to about 1,000 watts peaks, because it went up a steep hill similar to 1,000-watt e-bikes. Oh, we lost 1 bar. 8 miles, 1 bar. Yeah, so you live on a gravelly road, and you want to, like, you could throw trash bags in the back of this basket if you're like, I got to take trash out to the main road for the trash man. You could throw them in the back here. Or you're like, I got to go get the mail at the end of the drive, and you don't want to take the car, or you don't want to spend money on a 4-wheeler or a golf cart. This is a 100% outstanding replacement for both of those items. Oh, no, no puddle, no puddle, no puddle. Ah, stop, stop, stop. Oh, I hit that puddle. Yeah. Bumpy, rocky, gravelly, not a problem. The suspension is 100% working. We need to do some, well, actually, I guess I can tell you now. Yes, we're going to do a lot of tests with this. What kind of tests? 10% hill test, Mason-Dixon Forest Trail test. So we're going to test the suspension out and the traction of these pawls on some much more difficult terrain here in the future. Full speed, 15 miles an hour, boom, 15. The other puppies, outstanding. And this Rottweiler so far, 9 miles in, outstanding. and 8-mile-an-hour turn. Look, everybody's cutting their grass. I like these handlebars. I like the fact that, look, I can crank on the pedals. 16.8, we hit right over speed bump. Boom. I can crank on these pedals by holding like this too, and it makes it easy for me. I'm in pedal assist 1. Oh, let's go in pedal assist 5. Then it's even easier to pedal. Dumb butt Bruce. Look at that. We're going to go down a hill in Charlestown and see what our downhill speed will be. All right. Hill test. Short and steep in town. One-handed. That's how stable this Trike is. 15 miles an hour. 13 miles an hour. We're off kilter because of the road. You're not going to go anywhere. You're not going to fall. The Trike's stable. 11 miles an hour. All throttle, not pedaling. Oh, it's making it up at like 1,000 watt. Darn tootin', 10 miles an hour. We're steepest part. 10 miles an hour. It hit 9 for a second. 10 miles an hour. 10 miles an hour. Puckipuppy's telling the truth. That's about how my 1,000-watt bikes go up. Actually, a little bit faster than some of my 1,000-watt bikes. Wet field riding. Bumpy wet field. Am I worried about falling? No. Gary, I forgot my helmet for that other testing. Don't give me a hard time. I thought for a split second about redoing it. I was like, ain't no way. I'm not going to redo it. Can you see how we're going up and down the hill? Oh, let's go down this steep part and then go right back up it. That's a good test. Let's go down here. Ooh, bumpy to bump, 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 bump. The front fork is 100% fine for this, and the rear is very cushiony. Well, I'm gonna have to pedal. Oh, let's go. Oh, I'm going on the side. Am I gonna roll? No, but let's start over in the lower gear. That hill's steep. I'm gonna have to pedal. Look how we're going off-roading. Is the average person going to do this? No. All right, we're down in gear 3 this time. Gear 4. Let's give it some help. Is it going to make it? Yes, but boy, that hill was making it work. It's a steep hill. Camera won't do it justice. Good job, puppy. Good job, Roddy. Ooh. Come on, puppy. Oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't even have it in PAS5. Duh. Are we going to redo it? No. Boom. Sand test. Now, I'm stopping in the sand to see if it has power to dig out. Oh, it needed a little bit of kickstart, but it's going to make it. Heck yeah. Fat tire. Ooh. Oh, let's give it some pedal help. Oh. Yes, it's a sand monster with a little bit of help from Bruce to make it quicker. And we got one yellow bar on our temperature gauge. Can you see the temperature gauge? One yellow bar. The most I had is 2 bars, and I was just full throttling it. I don't. Down uneven terrain, not a problem. Up even terrain, not a problem. On the neighborhood trail, yes, perfect for neighborhood trails. paved trails in particular, especially for a new trike rider who's worried about the tilt and the camber and the bouncing and the jostling. This is off camber. This is bebop and bouncing. Trike is 100% stable. And for this kind of riding, the front shock, front fork, perfectly acceptable. And the rear, nice, and nice. The Trike is just a perfect, like some people want golf carts. Golf carts like 4 or 5 times as much as what this costs, and that's for a regular golf cart, not even a fancy one. Golf carts are nuts. $11 miles, 2 bars left. When we get to 1 bar, we're going to go to our neighborhood. When we get to 1 bar, we better be at 15 miles. If we're not at 15 miles, this will be the one ding on the bike. Will be distance. And even though I'm 295 and I probably have about 5 pounds of gear, and I've been riding it like I stole it down the hill. Am I worried? Nope. Stable. Up the course. Boom. Boom. I still expect more mileage than 15 miles. 15 miles will be just barely passing grade. All right. Now we're going to be going up and down hills and bumps and lumps and riding on an angle and riding through debris and wetness like that. You can hear it slopping, not a problem. Now, we're going to go up our big hill? No. But are we going to ride on this field, which is, you've seen it before if you've watched my other videos. We're actually going to downshift so we can do more pedaling. I'm actually going to hold the bars like this. It makes it actually easier. You know that this is bumpy. You know that this is, for a non-suspension bike, this would be like maybe 4 or 5 miles at the most. For this trike, the front is eating this up and the rear is eating this up. And remember, if you're lighter than me, you may need to turn the rear shock the other way. You know why I never do this hill test? Even if I made it up to the top of that hill where the fence is, how are you going to turn around? You ain't going to turn around. That's when accidents happen. What I can do for you, though, is I can do some sideways hill riding so that you see you won't flip over. Oh, let me go back this way. Let me throttle it. Oh. Did you hear it spin out? Speed differential. The tires did that. Now, let's put it in reverse. Go back down a little bit. I should have done this. Ugh. Side hill riding. See? Not gonna tip over. Back up, boom. It's easier to do that kind of stuff with a full charge. So there you go. Field rider, side hill rider. I don't recommend steep side hill riding. Just why would you? I'm only doing it to demonstrate that. Even if you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to tip over. No, you're not. All right, we're pedaling and we are up 3 yellow bars in the heat index. Let's call it the heat index. So, see right there? 3 bars. 3 yellow bars. And power is diminished. We only have 1 row of battery left. I hope we make it home. And then you see, did I even point out the power on the right-hand side? See all the yellow, orange on the right? That's the wattage. Yeah, I'm making this puppy. I told you, I ride him like I stole him. Somebody said, you ride him like you stole him because they gave him to you. And it's like, no shit, dingbat. That's the whole point of riding them like you stole them. So I can demonstrate that it's a good product. Oh, you ride them like you stole them because they gave them to you. No kidding. The average person is not going to ride them like that. We're taking the middle of the road and cars behind us because it's really crowny on the right and we're going downhill. So why risk something stupid for cars? Don't do it. Don't ever put yourself in a bad position for car riders. This is a benefit of the cruise control because my hands are starting to bother me because I have arthritis because I'm old. So it's in cruise control. I'm not going very fast, and I can go up here to the upper part where it's cushiony as well. And look, we're going to make this turn around 11 miles an hour. See that? Stable. Oh, we slowed down to 10. And our battery's blinking. Our battery's blinking. We're 3 yellow. Our battery, let me turn off cruise control. Our battery's blinking 14 miles. Death march. Straight ahead is a trail through the woods to my house. Are we going to make it? I'm in gear 2. Oh, I went the wrong way. I'm going to go into gear 1 and take it a little bit easy on the pupper dupper. Oh, but we blinking. The good thing is I rode this bike, Trike, like I stole it. Hard, up and down hills. It had a lot of weight on its back. And our heat bars only went up to like 3, so it didn't go up super hot. But if it makes it to 15 miles, it's just barely going to pass. And honestly, I'm a little disappointed on the battery. Puckipuppy, Rottweiler, blinking battery, 3 yellow bars, 15 miles an hour. My neighbor cutting grass, can't hear. Neighbors cutting grass. Everybody's cutting grass. We got to go inside, and I'll give you the final thoughts review of the puppy pup. Puckipuppy, Rottweiler, woof, 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 20x4. It's got torque. It's got innovation. Rear shock, dual rear shock, adjustable. Butterfly, grips, I told you. Arthritis, people. Let's turn it off. Beautiful display. Look at that beautiful display. Incredible grips. Comfortable seat for my temperamental old butt. Adjustability. The shocks. It's a great trike. This trike is still going to get an A, but if you broke it up into parts, the battery, C. My friend Mickey, my mate in the UK, he's going to give that battery a D-. My other bikes, trikes similar to this, normally squeak out 18 to 20 miles. I was expecting around that. Really, 20 was my goal. So that's the only ding that I'll give this trike. Otherwise, it's stable. The reverse is another innovation that is very good. It's not tippy. It's a safe trike. The brakes are outstanding. The gears, well, they are what they are. The display is a killer, beautiful, gorgeous display. That rear basket is big and deep. I ain't got nothing bad to say except I wish the battery had more life. Definitely would want the second battery to go further because I like to go further than 15 miles. If you're interested in this puppy and the Rottweiler, click on the link in the description below. Use my code, save some money. 2-year warranty, free shipping, no tax, outstanding customer service, beautiful color, fit and finish was outstanding. Thank you, Puckipuppy. Thank you for sending me 4. my 4th bike trike from you. And my friends, you know, I love you all, and I always bow to you. Thank you for being my friends and subscribers. And if you're not, boom, smash that subscribe, boom, smash that like, share my video, and tell your friends. And if you have any questions about the Puckipuppy Labrador Pro, oh my gosh, the Puckipuppy Rottweiler, or any of the other Puckipuppies that I've had, drop a question in the comments and I'll answer. Or another model that they have, I'll get the answer for you. My rep is outstanding, responsive. You can't go wrong with the Trike if you're looking for a great, stable Trike, especially if you want that rear suspension and the adjustability with the seat. Most comfortable seat Trike that I've been on in over 1,000+ miles. Puckipuppy Rottweiler. Woof, woof, woof. You know, I watched a Tail Happy video, and he's like, on a bike that I bought, the King Goat. I haven't got it yet. He's reviewing it. He's like, all right, I've been on this bike for like an hour and 20 minutes. It's time to end it. And I'm sitting there thinking, an hour and 20 minutes? I've been making video parts for this video here since 5 a.m. I had been on this bike for almost 4 hours. I got up to stretch and talk to people and change a battery, but I don't get it. I make different kind of videos than almost everybody. We're going to make more videos with this. And if it turns out to be a lemon, if the Rottweiler turns out to be a dud, I will tell you, but I don't think so. My first impression, 15 miles killing the battery. It's a great trike. All right, my friends, until our next video. I got other ones coming for the Rottie. I love you all. See ya. Yeah, it's hot. I'm sweating. I had a helmet on, Gary.